Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is William. This is Friday, June 28th, 2024. How y'all doing this morning? Just the rehearse, not the rehearse. Just did y'all catch that thing with Trump and Biden yesterday on the 27th of June, 2024? And they was having a debate, right? So Biden was saying this, this and that. And Trump came back and was hitting them like, hey, let me tell you something. The only thing you did was make the United States look like punks. You know what I'm saying? You send all these billions and billions of dollars over to the Ukraine. Trump was just calling out for real. You know what I'm saying? And Biden couldn't even get his words right. He even resorted and cussing at at Trump a few times. Y'all saw that? I was tripping on that. Biden ain't worthy enough to run this country, even though the people of the United States has elected him to be a president for the 4 years, and which I know a lot of y'all regret it. Putting him even in the chair after Biden. But Trump, yeah, he is one of the presidents that has been a significant president for the United States and looking after the country, looking after this country. See, the thing I like about Trump is Trump was for this country. The foreigners take build stuff outside of this country, want us to pay and bring their stuff in the United States, but they don't want to do nothing for the United States. See what I'm saying? And see, that's what I'm about with that Trump. Trump cut all that borderline junk down. You know what I'm saying? Put money in the people's pocket and help the people, the American people want to get back to work. See, Trump is about all that. And you know what I'm saying? That's why I was telling y'all when I first came out with this about Trump, man. I don't care how that man live his personal life. That man he be prejudiced all he want to. But that man looking out for his country. And that man looking out for his country, the United States, that's what I'm about. And that's what I'm behind. I can care less about being prejudiced. Which brings me to my next thing about Richmond County, North Carolina. The prejudiced people here in this county. I can care less about the judges, the sheriff. I can care less about they being prejudiced. But when you sign up for a job, how about do that job? You sign up to be a sheriff of Richmond County, was elected to be sheriff of Richmond County. How about make it happen and do what you're supposed to do as a law-abiding citizen? Not only as a law-abiding citizen, as a person that enforces the laws of the state of North Carolina and a state of this country. See, that's what I be talking about. Y'all could care less if a black person prejudice. It don't make me no different how you live your life. That's your life. We don't eat together. We don't sleep together. We don't even go to church together. But yet you got a job that you got to fulfill and do it rightly. That's the only thing. Don't get in here with your prejudicial attitude towards people, like towards me. I ain't gonna, and I know it's been more besides me that has been targeted by the wickedness of the sheriff department, the wickedness of the judges that's coming through Richmond County. And, we all know that, but I could care less about that. They're like Sophia Crawford, the judge took my kids from me. I could care less about how she feel about anything, but applying the law is different. And you are applying the law, I'm supposed to have my children. And that wicked woman should have never, ever put her hands and have the ability to do what she want to do with my kids after assaulting me several times. So, you know what I'm saying? So that's the wickedness, y'all. Now, if Sophia Crawford did her job and enforced that woman to a mental health organization or something to get some help and to get away from my children, then she would have been doing right. But when she sit there and let a wicked woman hurt and assault me as well as our children, and then yet she get up there like she's such a good judge and just a devil from hell. Sophia Crawford, a devil from hell. To do a good man raising his kid. And look, let me just tell y'all something. My ex-wife left our children when my little boy was just about 4 months old. She never got to see him started walking. She never got to see him started talking. She never got to see the first steps he took. She never got to see him put his bottle down. She never got to see none of that. So tell me, y'all, I went through this experience years ago with one of my daughters where I got custody from the mother. And it just said, well, look here, I'm not going to just throw this child in your care like that. You got to get to know your child. You got to get to, intertwine with your child. Be with your child. You know what I'm saying? Judge that wasn't going to take my child from the mother and just give the child just to me because I haven't been in that child's life. The same thing with my ex-wife, Michelle. Sophia Crawford took my child, didn't even know Michelle. Didn't even know her. He was about 2 years old, didn't even know Michelle. Woman had left him when he wasn't even 4 months old yet. And then from the next 2 years, I had him. And then Sophia Crawford didn't think nothing of his well-being, his house that he was staying in, didn't think nothing of that. And more than that, she didn't even think nothing about his other siblings that he had. You know what I'm saying? So she stripped all that. That's why I say that woman is going to suffer. That's Sophia Crawford going to suffer because she stripped me wrongly from my family. She stripped that from me, and she did that through her wickedness and the wickedness of her people that was backing her up there in that courthouse. So, you know what I'm saying? I never saw that before because I done went through it before. That's the reason why I know how wrong Sophia Crawford was. You don't uproot, the law says you don't uproot a child from the stable home that they are in and throw them out there in the wilderness so the cats and dogs and can take over. And that's what she did. She didn't have one reason to take my children out of their homestead. Not one reason. Yeah, but she had one reason to leave them there, though. She had plenty of reason to leave them there, but she didn't do that. Wasn't nothing wrong with my home. Wasn't nothing wrong with me being a daddy. Wasn't nothing wrong with how I was raising my kid. Perfect. But she come in, ripped that up, took my kids with the help of that sheriff department, with the help of that DSS, with the help of all them maggots, people that was rooting for her to do what she did to me. But yet, coming back to you, dear, coming back to you. All that coming back to you. Yeah. For all of the wicked ones up there, that has wronged me, coming back to you. Coming back to you, each and every one of you, from the sheriff to the district attorney. You best believe, and all of the constituents, the followers that played a hand and hurting me and breaking my family apart. But you know what I'm saying? God had the first and the last say so. And always remember this, y'all. God is the Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the ending. So you know what? He said it first, he's going to say it last. This is how it's going to be done. I know, let me just explain. So I know y'all hear a whole lot of me really getting on YouTube, talking a whole lot about God. But let me tell y'all something. I ain't going to never give up my faith in the Lord because the Lord had brought me too far. And the Lord had did so many things for me that even if I would to try to give up on him, I would be giving up on myself and giving up everything that I care about. You understand what I'm saying? But being that the Lord has watched over me and I have seen his works and deleting these wicked people from hurting his servant, hey, the same thing gonna go for the new wicked one that's hurting his servant. Gonna come back to you, buddy. Each and every one of you, be male or female, coming back to you. Because all of you know the wrong that you done to me. The devilish thing that you done. You know what I'm saying? How do a woman assault a man to take that man kids from him after assaulting him several times and know it and was found guilty of the charges? So I'm enlightening y'all with some things that I just want to let y'all know that, it's a wickedness, it ain't the place that we stay at. It's never the place. It's the people. Always remember that. Everybody, I ain't want to go to Richmond County. Well, you know what? Ain't nothing wrong with Richmond County. It's the people here. It's the people that want to get in your life and tear your life up, sit down at that desk and push that pen and hurt you and get on that computer and hurt you. It's the people. It ain't nothing that got to do with Richmond County. It's those people. The wickedness of the people that's in the office, the wickedness of the people. That's why we need to understand that, it's the wickedness of the people, y'all. You know what I'm saying? You got the evil judges that won't follow the law. You got the wicked sheriff that won't follow the law and in the position to do right by the law. Then you got a wicked district attorney that's elected by a public official thinking that he's gonna do a job that he's supposed to do in the office, Saunders. Nothing but a prejudice, bias. Man, you know what? I don't have enough words to describe that wicked person, that district attorney, Saunders. I'm gonna tell you. I done watched his career like I done watched a whole lot of careers here. From Sophia Crawford to Scott Brewer, every one of them. And there ain't a lawyer or nobody standing around here. Let me ask y'all some of y'all, do y'all remember this? Do y'all remember when the black lawyer back here years ago, I don't know if a lot of y'all remember, if y'all think about it, you're going to remember, and they got her for prostitution? They got her for prostitution over in Rockingham, and they ended her career. Well, let's see. Y'all remember Rowboat, the lawyer? They got busted with pills. They ain't ended his career. I mean, Holly Smith and Trader to the Walls. They ain't end her career. They boosted them up. Then you got another lawyer up there. What's his name? The one that did the embezzlement. And then see, that's what I'm telling you. You got to understand how wicked people here do, the devil people. They sit there and stand behind those people. I heard Jersey get up there talk about this. What was that? Gardner? What? I forget that lawyer name. But he was one of my children's lawyers. So they got him for embezzlement. Then I heard the judge and everybody speaking up for him, like how good of an attorney he was. Well, that don't make no difference how good you speak up. The man, he did embezzle people's money. You know, he deserved to be chastised for the thing that he done. But instead, you know, that's why I tell y'all, white from black. Y'all see how the white people get a lift up and get caught at their wrong, get a lift up and get a chance to retire and not get scrutinized. But what happened to the black people? You know, they lose their job, they lose everything, can't go do nothing. You know, that's what I'm saying. And I want y'all to understand that, you know, and I ain't saying this as a racist, but it is racist. You know? And if y'all sit there and look at this stuff and think it ain't racist, you better think again. It's racist. Yeah, I know your younger people that's growing up and they got a different way of life and they look at things different. They don't look at things as they daddy and they mama and stuff because they intertwine with black and whites is getting along and they playing together, running together, living together, you know. But that ain't the same thing for their parents, for their grandparent, for their great-grandparent. You know what I'm saying? They prejudice. And a lot of them bring that prejudice right down the line. They're like Gullich. They jump right down. You know what? The funny thing about Gullich, I liked his daddy more than his daddy was Mr. Gullich, the DMV man. Oh, Mr. Gullich was cool with me. Shoot you. I've been know the old man. But Gullich, his son, oh, good night. I don't know what part of hell he came from. Because I ain't never encountered nothing with his daddy. Never. And I've been knowing his daddy ever since what? With the 80s? Ever since they stayed out there and Gullich and them been knowing them some little kids. Ever since stayed out there on Battledary Road. See, let me tell y'all something. I know some old stuff in this county right here. You understand me? And a lot of them up there in that office, they know I know some old stuff going on around this place. They know it. You know. But I ain't gonna talk about that no more. I'm just getting to the reality of the things now. The thing that's going on now is that things is finna turn around, y'all. I know a lot of y'all saying, you know what, he been doing this thing for a long time and ain't nothing really happening. Well, let me just tell y'all something. Things is happening. We might not see it taking place, cause see, it ain't meant for when Lord make moves. It ain't meant for all to see the move that Lord make. That's the only thing. That's why I trust in. Is coming from in the Lord. Trust in the Lord who cares for you. So that's when our trust come forward. Do we trust the Lord that he gonna bring us out? Is he gonna deal with the people that hurt us? Oh yeah, because that's why he say, I shall repay, not you. So that's why I was telling y'all yesterday, I can't repay to those people that done hurt me. I said, that's the Lord, because the Lord said, I'm gonna deal with that. And that's what the Lord is gonna do. The Lord is gonna deal with that. You know, I mean, I done been upset, I done cried, I done been angry, I done been all that. I ain't gonna lie. But the thing is, at the end of all of it, and at the beginning of all of it, God got it. Let's be a faithful servant and let God do what he gonna do. And he gonna bring these people to their knees. Gonna bring these people to their knees. The Lord had appointed people in my life that didn't live up to the causes of being in my life like they supposed to be in. And you know what? And I'm thankful to the Lord for all of it, you know, because you can't make nobody stand like they supposed to stand with you. You know what I'm saying? Whether they be your wife or not. Ain't nobody gonna stand with you like they should stand with you. Because if they did, if people are about the Lord and the people in the Christian, I don't even use that word Christian, but people that's the servants of the Lord, not doing right by the Lord, what you gonna say? People got their own mind. You know what I'm saying? That's why God said when you give the flesh, and the two flesh become one flesh. What y'all think that mean? You know, you got women running around out here. They got that, you know, I said, wait, when you a single woman, you got your own ideas to do anything that you want to do. But when you got a husband, your ideas belonging to your husband. Your ideas don't belong to self no more. But we got a lot of, and look, and I'm not going to put down a lot of women, you know what I'm saying? Because I think, the Lord, he made a perfect body. Man, he made a perfect woman's body, a woman. But you know what? I understand some about what the Lord said, what I put together, let no man asunder, let no person take apart. But you know what? Y'all got to understand, in the flesh, we have an obligation to serve the Lord. We have an obligation to do right by the Lord. In the flesh, y'all, understand, I ain't talking to your spirit. I'm talking to you in the flesh. If you don't obligate yourself to the Lord in the flesh, how you going to obligate yourself to the Lord in the spirit if you don't do it in the flesh? If you don't do what's required in the flesh, then how you going to sit there and say dot this and dot that? If God say I make the two flesh become one, then why you ain't living accordingly then? Why you ain't living under your husband like you supposed? I'm talking to you women. Why you ain't living under your husband like you supposed to be then? Why you think you got to overrule and overshadow your husband because you ain't the head? I don't know. Women, get it out your mind. Stop trying to call yourself equal to your husband because you're not. You're not equal to your husband because you're not a man. Just like a man is not a woman. You don't get to equalize yourself with your husband. Your husband is your head. Get that, y'all. I want you to get that. Running around here, I do my own thing. Well, you ain't Miss Independent with a husband. You Miss Independent with your husband. But you sure ain't Miss Independent without your husband. Man, I see a lot of different type relationships going on, y'all. I'm going to tell y'all some wicked relationships out here, y'all. The devilish relationships. And I pray for each and every one of you to get this thing. And I pray for y'all to listen to me and to understand that this is some wicked stuff. Women, fall into your place. Men, do what you're supposed to do under the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Because look, first, the man ruled his home and serve it unto the Lord. He guide his family. And the wife is the helpmate to help him do those things that he should be going in forth doing in the Lord. That wife is a helper. And yeah, that wife got a lot of work. They ain't gonna front. But while she got a lot of work, she thinking more about the work that she ain't got to do, instead of thinking about the work that she got to do. And men just falling victim all kind of way. And look, and I'm included. Listen, let me tell y'all something. I ain't going to tell y'all something that first I ain't living myself and them dealt with. Yeah. And I can say these things. And say them boldly. Because I done lived and been through it. I see the griminess of a relationship. I see the griminess of what a man would do. I see the griminess of what a woman would do in a relationship. Forget a relationship, a marriage. A married woman ain't got no business with single ideas and thinking that that somebody served her rather than she serving her head. You know what I'm saying? Listen at the order, y'all. The kids, you got a woman. A wife to subject herself to her husband, and the husband subject himself to Jesus, and Jesus subject himself to God. You got to understand that order, y'all. That's the order. Woman can't uproot and go over her husband's head for nothing. Y'all understand that, and you wife that's in ministry, you wife that's in church, y'all get this, because the church the church itself and people, and it ain't the church, it's the people in the church that's misguiding the children of the Lord. Because the children of the Lord don't know no better. Because you got to be taught and guided by somebody. And then when you misguided by ministers and stuff in the church, then that makes it hard for you to even believe in the Lord yourself. Don't it, y'all? Because when you've been misguided and you put your trust in somebody that's supposed to be good in the Lord, ministers in the Lord, apostles of the Lord, and then they hurt you along the way, then you be wondering, well, I can't trust nobody. You can't even trust church folks. But let me tell y'all this. You can trust the real children of the Lord. You can best believe that. To separate. Because all this junk after a while is going to be separated. The wicked from the good. God going to separate that mess. Because it is a mess. So I just want to let y'all know that I'm here. And it's been a struggle. But God, let me tell you what God going to do. God going to put these people at bay from me. And hurt me. And he going to make it so that, I ain't going to be able to fear none of them. And I'm going to be able to bring the word of God boldly and acceptable to him. Not acceptable to me, acceptable to him. Because everything that might be acceptable to me may not be acceptable to him. So I'm going to say what's acceptable to him, he going to bring these people to their knees. Watch what I tell y'all. Y'all know I've been speaking on this for a long time, but things are finna turn up. Watch what I tell y'all. And look, let me just tell you this. Things has already turned on. I ain't going to go back and call no names about what God did already. But I mean, got things already done turned up. That's why I'm so thankful, because I see, even though I cry, even though I'm angry, even though I'm hurt, but I still see what God is doing. Still see what he's doing. Even through my hurt, I still see what God is doing. These people going to bring them to their knees. All of them. Thank y'all for joining me today. I just want to bring some good stuff out to you, because my heart feel good, you know, even though the stuff I go through, and I love it when I wake up and I have a zeal of the Lord in me to seek after him, and even through the hurt and pain that I done suffer. But I thank the Lord that he put in me to keep me rooted and grounded. And that's what I need always, each and every day. And in Jesus' name, amen. Thank y'all for listening.